I could have just re-rolled for horses, right? Hello everybody, I'm KanaManga, and as a manga collector of just about 6 years now, these two bookshelves have been pretty much maxed out of books. As you can see, I have some books that are just literally sideways. We have some manga that just like live on the floor now, and we even have manga that live on my bed because that's the only thing that keeps me warm at night, and it's the only thing that makes me remember that I am not alone in this universe. Anyways, in order to fix that problem, not the loneliness problem, but the book problem, we decided to buy another shelf. Woo! Yay, another bookshelf. But the thing is, you know, when you buy one shelf, you know, it tends to get lonely. So instead of us just buying one shelf, we got it a friend. So we have two bookshelves. Just to let you guys know, we have the same bookshelves as the ones that we have over here. So it just stays uniform, it just goes right across. But the entire point of this is not to just give into my manga addiction, but the other purpose of this video is to answer one of the biggest questions that I constantly get asked. We're hoping to answer those questions as well as we continue to reshelve, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get to putting in some shelves.
The first step to reshelving these brand new bookshelves start with us finding all of the loose books I have scattered around my room. It doesn't help that right now we are in the middle of remodeling my room, so everything is everywhere all at once. That movie's good, by the way. Unlike the Dragon Balls, however, I don't have a radar to help me locate where all of my volumes are. So sometimes you find them in the weirdest spots.
Yeah, so sorry, excuse the mess. We're still in the room remodel, but yeah, we kind of forgot that we put all of our extra manga in this drawer. So now we gotta move all of that over here.
Now that we have found all the books that we want on our shelves, it's time to fill them with books. This is where the large collection of box sets come into play. Each one of these box sets can have anywhere between 6 to 27 volumes of manga each. So all I had to do was unpack them and place the books on the shelf. As for the empty boxes, I placed them right back on top for cool little decoration pieces. I could go on and on about how good box sets are for collectors, but I had to remind myself on our objective of this entire reshelving project. Over the course of my 2 years as a manga content creator, I get bombarded with the same 3 questions about my collection. Those questions being, how many books do you have in your collection? How much does your collection cost? And lastly, how much of your collection have you actually read? In order to answer these, I had to learn how to become a freak in the sheets. And by the sheets, I mean the Google Sheets. That's what that means, right? To be honest, the last time that I touched a Google spreadsheet was probably back in high school statistics, so I needed a quick refresher. So one YouTube university session later, I have a full spreadsheet with a way of organizing all of these categories and more. Now that we got the basic framework done, it was now time to do the most tedious part of this whole video. I proceeded to spend the next week straight entering every single book into this database. This means taking each of the series off of the shelf, checking the back of each book for the price, and then recalling how and for what price I got everything at. As I was logging each of these volumes into this massive spreadsheet, I was also taking the time to figure out where each of these series will live for the foreseeable future. I don't want to bother you guys with my whole design philosophy or what I dub as shelf politics, but if you guys want to see a full video on it, please let me know. I don't mind making one in the future, I just didn't want to clump it in with this already long video. After placing the last couple volumes on the shelf and a few final touches, we can now give you guys the final results.
I almost died.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the end of the video. Thank you guys for sticking around with me. We got some really cool stuff here. So I'm going to give you guys the full number on everything here. I know you guys are mostly interested in the manga numbers, but I do want to touch on a couple of really cool things that we did learn and discover about the shelf. First thing I want to go over is the number of issues of magazines that we have up here. This includes Shonen Jump, both in English and in Japanese, as well as Yen Plus, which was Yen Press's limited run magazine as well. The total number of issues that we have here on the shelf comes out to 126 issues, which is really cool. I know that a lot of these issues are maybe older than some of you guys. It's kind of crazy to think that I have books on my shelf that may be older than my audience. Anyways, let's get into the other thing. If we're talking about the top of the shelf, we also have a couple of art books over here in the corner. If you guys ever do end up collecting manga, I do recommend collecting the art books, so that way you guys can see the art in bigger print as well, and usually on better quality paper than what manga can provide. But if you guys want to get art books, please support the artists. I think they're really cool. The number of art books that I do have here on the shelf comes out to a whopping 16. Yeah, it's nothing crazy, but 16 art books here on the shelf. That includes stuff from anime, from manga, as well as from games as well. So just a couple of things to keep in mind. Now, let's get into the big number, okay? I know you guys want to know how many volumes of manga do I have on the shelf. And before we hop into this, I know I'm stalling. It's not intentional, but I need to make a clarifying point here. So, I know some of you guys are going to be in the comments saying, well, KanaManga, an omnibus counts as 1.5 to maybe 3 volumes of the original manga. Do you count them as more than 1 volume of manga? The answer is no. An omnibus will count as 1 volume. Even if it has more than 1 volume of the original manga run in it, it's going to count for 1 volume. So, essentially, volumes of manga on my shelf and during this inventory thing will count as 1 physical book on the shelf, okay? So, with that being said, the grand total for the number of manga that are on my shelf as of right now, and what you guys can see in the video right now, comes out to 1,286 volumes. That's a lot of volumes. Having 1,000 of anything is insane, right? Now, the question that usually follows that up is, okay, you have almost 1,300 volumes of manga. So, how much did it cost? Now, this is something that no collector wants to answer. You never want to sit down and look at the number and be like, this is how much it costs for this. But, or to make myself feel a little bit better, I decided to go one step further. So, I'm going to give you guys 2 numbers here. The first one is the MSRP number of how much everything costs. So this is how much it would cost if you were to buy it at sticker price right now off my shelf, right? By the way, I am not a seller. I do not sell my manga. This is my own personal collection. So for your entertainment and my insanity, I've calculated the MSRP price of all of the books or all of the manga on my shelf, okay? So that number of the price of my entire shelf, everything on the shelf, comes out to a grand total of $17,374.46. This is like literally counting every single like barcode thing that it had on the back where it says $19.99, $11.99, however much, so on and so forth. That is how much it costs sticker price of everything that is on my shelf. Now that's a lot of money. $17,000 is a lot, and that is a number that I never wanted to look at. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't bought everything at sticker price. Most of my stuff is either from flash sales, membership discounts, and stuff like that, as well as buying stuff secondhand. Let me give you guys this number. If this is how much I spent MSRP, this is how much it would have cost if I bought it at sticker price, $17,374.76. The amount of money that I have spent on the shelf comes out to $12,318.05. But the main question is, how did you save $5,000+ here and there while building up the shelf? And that's literally an entire video on its own. If you guys want me to help you guys and kind of break that down, I don't mind making that into a separate video. Just let me know. I want to help you guys expand your collection as well. And the more manga readers we have, the better the community gets, okay? So yeah, I did save quite a bit. There's a lot of cool ways of doing that, and we can go into it. Okay, now another fun number that I learned about my shelf while I was going through this is the question of, okay, you have this many volumes of manga on the shelf. How much have you actually read? I get that quite a bit. Now we actually have that number. I figured it out. For the longest time, I've been telling people that I've maybe read 55 to 60% of my shelf. If I had to estimate about where I was, But now I actually have a solid number, and I can tell you guys that. So the actual percentage of manga that I've read on my shelf comes out to 64.9%. Now, I don't like 64.9. I'm just going to say 65% for the sake of simplicity. You guys are okay with that, right? So I've read 65% of my shelf. I think that's pretty good, honestly. Does that mean, yes, there's 30% of my shelf that I haven't read yet? 35% of my shelf that I haven't read yet? Yes. Do I plan on getting through it? Yes. But is that going to stop me from buying new manga? Probably not. So, I'm hoping to keep it at that 65%. I think that's like a really, really nice number. Okay, cool. I think that's all the numbers you guys really care about. If you guys want some more statistics about my shelf as well, I have made an entire spreadsheet, as you guys saw throughout the entire video. I have a copy of that spreadsheet available for you guys down in the description below. So if you guys want to see that number update whenever I happen to get new books, or if you guys just want to keep tabs of like, oh, does he have this series or this series, feel free to check it out there. The other thing that you will notice if you guys happen to go to my inventory spreadsheet is that I purposely omitted ratings and I've omitted genres and demographic. The thing that I do want to encourage is if you guys want to discuss a series with me, feel free to hop on one of the live streams if I happen to be on, you know? I usually go live on TikTok or Twitch, but if you guys happen to catch me in the YouTube comments as well, you guys could type it up there. I might be able to give you guys a quick synopsis. And if you guys are lucky, maybe I might respond to you guys in a short video of some sort. So feel free to come up, have an open discussion with me. I always encourage discussion, even going back to some of the convention interview stuff. I think that it's just really great to expand the manga community and to help people find new series that they otherwise wouldn't have known about. So yeah, that is the inventory. This is everything that is going to be on the shelf, and I hope there's going to be more on the shelf. Overall, I hope this doesn't discourage anybody from wanting to collect manga or be intimidated by collecting manga. I want to kind of be the inspiration for you guys. But if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to hit subscribe, follow, and all that stuff. We're planning on doing a lot more manga stuff later down the line, and especially into 2026. Thank you guys for stopping by. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys on the next one.